we're going to start our show this morning talking about dairy cows.
Isaac Sulfur is an assistant professor, University of Minnesota, teaching classes like applied dairy nutrition. He has his bachelor's, his master's, and his PhD in animal science.
He works with dairy cows at the U of M on the St. Paul campus. Isaac, thanks for being here with us. We're excited to have you here.
Thank you. Happy to be here.
Tell me a little bit about the dairy cows you work with.
Yeah, so we have a 90 cow herd. It's actually just about 2 miles away from this very studio. So it's over on the St. Paul campus of the University of Minnesota, right by the state fairgrounds. And we use them for a variety of different functions, including teaching students there on campus. We do a lot of tours of elementary school kids from around the Twin Cities. And we also do research with the cows on campus, too.
So where did your love of cows come from? I mean, did you grow up kind of farming or?
I did, yeah. So my dad grew up on a dairy farm down by Redwood Falls, Minnesota. And then unfortunately they had to sell the cows. They switched to crop farming. But then when I was growing up, I got into a small hobby farm where I raised my own little herd of cows that I showed for 4-H and FFA.
Yeah.
And that's really kind of what ignited my passion in the dairy industry. So,
Do you get the sense, well, you know, because you're an educator, are there a lot of young people getting into the agriculture industry?
Well, the industry is changing a lot, partly because, I mean, in general, herds are getting larger, so there's fewer of the small family farms, just as, you know, like all industries, the industry tends to integrate. But we do have, it's kind of a very exciting opportunity. We have a lot of students that aren't necessarily from traditional farm backgrounds, didn't grow up on a farm, that are kind of developing a love for the dairy industry secondhand. So we have a lot of students that maybe come into our department as pre-vet students. They're mostly interested in working with small animals, but they might get a job on the university dairy farm, or they might get an internship working with cows, and they get interested in the industry sort of that way. So.
You mentioned some of the research, too, that you guys are doing with the cows, and I'm kind of interested in that because I think most people just think, you know, cows provide you with the beef that you eat, they provide you with the milk that you drink, and what do we need to learn about cows? What are we studying with them?
Yeah, a lot of it that what we're working on is trying to improve the health, welfare, and then also the productive efficiency of dairy cows. So there's a lot of focus within the dairy industry on trying to make, like a lot of industries, trying to make dairy cows more environmentally friendly. So how can we feed cows to reduce greenhouse gas emissions, to reduce their overall impact on the environment? That's a lot of the research I'm doing in my lab too. And again, that's a very big commitment that the dairy producers across the state have, is reducing the environmental impact, improving. And the good thing about it is it's kind of a mutual benefit. So typically things that reduce environmental impacts also improve the efficiency of dairy cows themselves. And so they're able to improve the profitability of their operation while also helping benefit society. So.
When you guys, you do the research, you get the information from it, then how does that then trickle down to actual things being implemented and changes in the industry?
Yeah, that's a great question. So we have a really active, what's called the University of Minnesota Extension Program. So they're kind of the liaisons between what the research has done at the university and then translating that to producers. So they do a lot of events across the state, write a lot of web articles, do podcasts, do TV programs like this one where they can translate the information that's being done on the research side directly to producers. And we have a really close relationship between dairy producers and directly with the University of Minnesota ourselves. So I get on farms, you know, maybe once a month directly to talk to producers and stuff too.
Which you've got to love, because at the core of all this, that's why you got into it, right? Like you wanted to be around cows.
Exactly, yeah. And a lot of my close friends are dairy farmers, so it's great because we'll go visit their cows, and then we'll go to the bar and have a beer afterwards or whatever. So
I love it.
It's a lot of fun, yeah.
What's the state of dairy farming in Minnesota, do you think?
Minnesota, as far as a lot of the states across the U.S., have a very strong dairy economy. So so I did my PhD out at Penn State University, and they're in a lot more difficult spot in terms of the dairy economy. One of the nice things about Minnesota is we have a really diverse industry. So we have some larger, strong, bigger dairy producers. And then we also have a lot of smaller producers that do more niche marketing type things, so direct-to-consumer marketing, things like that. So yeah, we're in a pretty healthy spot in terms of the dairy industry in Minnesota. Again, I mentioned a little bit before, all agricultural industries are consolidating more. Yeah. So you're having farms need to grow in order to stay competitive, but we're in a pretty good place in that standpoint. So
a second ago, we showed a shot. Must be our camera over by the fairgrounds. Actually, is showing your guys' facilities over there. I remember the first time I drove by there, I was like, "Wait, what? There's a farm right in the middle of the city." I've been over there to do stories before. It is really cool. If people were interested in having a student group stop by, or how would they go about doing that?
Yeah, so we have a website. I should have been prepared and had the actual web address.
That's all
for
right.
you.
We can set a link up.
Yeah, sounds good if you can do that. But yeah, it's if you just Google search St. Paul Dairy Farm or University of Minnesota Dairy Farm, there's a website directly to schedule tours. It's actually a graduate student that runs all the tours that they have there. And yeah, we'd be happy to take any tours that people have.
What's the most surprising thing that the kids come away with from this, do you think? Like,
Oh, that's a great question. I mean, I think, well, we always have kids that are initially shocked about the smell. We actually had kids out on campus yesterday.
Yep.
And
City
holding
kids.
Yep. But I think a lot of times they're just surprised by how big the cows are, how much they eat, how much kind of goes into the dairy farming process, how active it is. So, yeah, I always get kind of surprised and blown away by the different questions we get asked out there. So.
Well, hopefully you're
I love
inspiring some youngins to think about doing it in college, and hopefully you're inspiring these college students too to be able to make a difference in the industry. So
Yeah, absolutely. Everybody come to the U of M and major in dairy science. We would love to have a little cheap,
if
shameless
every
plug.
professor's like you, I would say they'd probably want to do that.
Well,
So,
thank you. That's
Thank you.
quite a
Isaac, it
compliment.
was great to have you on.
Thank you.
You being here.
Yeah, it was nice to meet you. Thank you.